Welcome to Live and in Person. My name is Scott Smith, and today we have a special guest with Project X. But before we do, a few weeks ago, we had a Project Lucky Toad on, and we were going to do a giveaway. And before we bring in Mario and Project X, we're going to go ahead and do that giveaway. And just keep an eye on this because this is really awesome. I think we're going to be using this a lot. So here we go. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good. How's it going?
Doing awesome. So yeah, we didn't have much luck the last time we did our or tried to do our giveaway, but I think we're going to be lucky tonight, right?
Yeah, we should be good.
All right, so let's give this a go. So this was a buy contest we held a few weeks ago, and the winner is getting $50. So we wanted to do this on screen live so we could see how easy it is. And here we go. Haha, we got further than we did the last time.
We did. Yeah, that's what we were looking for, is that wallet pop up. And then now it's just being submitted to the chain. It's going through our MEV code. And so what it's doing is our code not only picks the winner, but it'll actually distribute the prize for you.
Nice. I'm gonna bring Mario in here real quick just to say hi. I don't know if you know Mario from Project X.
I don't.
All right, good guy. And I know they do a lot of giveaways and whatnot that this might be of interest to them. Mario, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
All good. There we go. We have a winner. How do you like that?
Awesome. And so where it gets really cool is when you have like 5, 10 winners, because it just pops up a huge list. It saves you gas money because it bundles all the transactions together. And so I think it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And yeah, we still need to touch base. But yeah, Mario, if you're not familiar, Lucky Toad is doing this really unique system where it actually bypasses gas, but it does take it out of your transaction. It's just, it doesn't do it in the traditional way. It's something that you should definitely look into or reach out to Cryptoad and touch base. It's pretty wild what they're doing.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so everything's run through MEV, and we have a swap that sends meta transactions. So it's unlike anything else, but
nice. All right, man. Well, I mean, if you want, you're more than welcome to hang out, but I promised Mario that I would give him the entire show tonight.
Oh yeah, it's his spotlight. I don't want to take that from Mario.
Yeah. So cool, man. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to. If you want to drop out, no hurt feelings. All right.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you too, and we'll have to have you back on.
All right.
That was a wild show with Darren earlier.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. Mario, man, it seems like the last time we had a space, it was cut short, or it was bypassed, I think. And so I'm excited about Project X.
Hey, we good? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit there, bub.
Dude, I don't know what's up with my internet lately, man.
It's all good. I can hear you at least.
All right. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I can't do it inside right now. My wife works cybersecurity, and she got a call, so she's kind of using the office right now.
Gotcha. I hear that. But hey, man, I'll tell you what. I've got some beard envy here. Holy cow! What's up?
Oh man, this is, and it's funny. It was a lot longer, man. I have to my every June. So June 3rd is my anniversary. Every June 3rd, I got to shave it off for my wife. So yeah, that's her gift. That's the anniversary gift. So this is it's been growing
since June.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you eating? Because, man, if I don't shave from June, it doesn't get that long.
I'm Italian, brother. I don't know, man. Things just comes in.
Damn, that's crazy. So anyway, let's get started, man. Let's hear a little bit about yourself. Tell us about you and the devs of the project, how you guys got started in Project X, and then we'll get into the project later. And I know you dropped the bomb earlier in Twitter, and we're gonna hang on to that to the end because we're gonna put that on the screen and share that live.
Yeah, so. And Jason, I gave him the SteamYard. He might jump in as well.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, he's the producer, so he might. I gave him I don't know if he'll have the time. I think he'll jump in though. So if you see him in there, he's with me.
Perfect. Well, yeah. If he's not, we'll just bring him up and have a heckler, a live heckler. So
no, yeah, we're. I mean, there's 9 of us. I'm sorry, and we met through previous projects that we kind of we didn't do well on them. Let's put it like that. You know, we really backed up this one project a lot, actually 2 of them, and you know, we weren't the developers. We were kind of, you know, just the mods, and we were really bullish on the project, man. We thought it was a good idea, but again, you know, and I said it earlier on Twitter, with the way the space is, you got to invest in people, not in ideas. Unfortunately, we invested in the idea without knowing the people, and fell in love with the idea, but the people were not good people. And, you know, we found out a lot as time went by, and it got screwed up, man. Let's put it like that. And then we kind of followed some callers and, you know, rode the wave. We made some money here and there, but, you know, for me, I don't, and I know a lot of people like to do the gamble. I don't, it's too stressful for me to jump in these projects and try to get out at the top, or get in and you find out that you bought at the top and it just goes down. And so I wanted to create something that you could get in and not worry about the chart too much. I mean, you're always going to look at the chart, but when you get into something, you know, and you invest in good people, you know that they're going to push for you and really look out for you as an investor and as a holder. And beyond that, we created a reward system that, you know, if you did buy at the top, which, you know, our all-time high is 1.7 million.
All right, we're going to get to that. But before we do, I just saw Crow pop in. You want to bring him in?
Yeah, man. Bring him in, man. Bring him in.
Crow, how you doing tonight? Are you with us?
He's probably working it out. That's Jed. So that's Jason. Jason is we're partnered with him with an NFT project that we're going to get into in a couple minutes. It's our next our first NFT project did really well. We sold 3,000 in, I think it was 2 months, a little more than 2 months. And the utility is amazing. Actually, we just looked on OpenSea, and the floor price is double what we were selling them for. So
wow.
I'm pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. So, yeah, you know, I think going back to what you were saying earlier about the project and, you know, people getting burnt, I think that has been just kind of like where the bar is set for just about every project that we've had, is they've gotten burnt in one way or another, or they were just tired of the scandal that was going on in Web3. And that's why they felt like it was their responsibility to create a project. And, you know, I love that. And I love it even more when those projects come in and they do great things like what you guys are doing. I mean, you know, looking at what you're doing and building in this market, you know, is inspirational. And I love the fact that you have projects that are doing that and not sitting on their ass doing nothing and just waiting for the next bull run, right? And just using the bear market as an excuse. You know,
and I'll tell you what, though, I do think, you know, because again, as time goes, you start to think more, you know, why did this project fail or why did that one fail? I do think there's a lot to blame. And part of it is a lot of these influencers and a lot of the callers, they have brainwashed people, investors, to make everyone think that they are absolutely needed for a project to survive. So then, and that's why you got the people coming into the chat saying, win this person or win marketing, win this. And these projects spend their entire budget on callers and influencers, and then all of a sudden when it's time to build, they got no money.
Yeah,
Because and it's just, and I think we were very upfront about that from the beginning. We did some marketing, we did get some callers at the beginning, but when we started going down, we told them, we said, look, from what we're seeing and the things we want to do, the marketing's got to slow down, and we got to use this money to build things, and we need you guys to trust us. And the people that did are reaping the benefits. We went in and we got the because again, so we're a reward token. And with reward tokens, you need volume. And then at the same time, if you have staking, you can't get the rewards at the same time. And that's why I know you guys are on Brew Labs as well. And that's why we did Brew Labs. We went in and got Brew Labs because you can get the APR percentage and the rewards. But in addition to that, for us, is we have the X Club. And hey, Jason, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
So the X Club holds 20% of our supply, and that collects rewards as well. Now that's locked in the cool thing is we locked all these tokens. 86% of our supply is either staked or locked. So it's an extremely, extremely safe project. And I'll explain why we did that in a second. But so the X Club, if you own 1 million tokens, our X Club wallet does buybacks with the rewards it collects. And then we take all those buybacks and we airdrop it back to the X Club holders every month. And now the cool thing about that is we've been strategizing how can we find a way to fill that X Club wallet without having to solely rely on our volume. And that's why we have created a bunch of partnerships. We are a validator for PooChain blockchain, which just launched like 2 weeks ago. And we really believe that that's going to do well. And so being a validator, we collect rewards off of every single transaction on that blockchain. And we will be using those rewards to do the buybacks of the X Club and the airdrops. So that's going to be continuous.
Nice.
And I think the preface of it all is that I worry about the people that buy at the top. And I think that people that buy at the top always get screwed. Look at Bitcoin, look at Shiba. If you bought one Bitcoin at 45,000, you still only have one Bitcoin, but it's only worth 16,000 or whatever it is. Yep. And the only way you'll ever get your money back is for it to go back to 45,000. And the only way you'll ever have more than one Bitcoin is by buying more with your own money.
Yep.
And that's why our project is special, because anybody that bought at the top of our chart, as we were going down and people were dumping on us, those people that stayed loyal to us have received 4 airdrops. They're receiving 22% APR in the staking platform. They've received Ethereum rewards. And if they invested in our first NFT project, they receive rewards from that. And if they invest in our next NFT project, they're going to receive rewards from that. There's going to be 5 different ways to earn rewards. But those people that stayed with us from the top, even if they spent no more money on our project, their bag grew as we went down. And they trusted us. And we told them, look, I can't. It went down to this because people just left, man. They didn't believe in what we were doing. And I can only control what I can control. And what I can control is that I'm going to push this forward and we're going to create something special. And now we're making our way back up, and we're back up to 600,000, right? Those that bought at 1.7 million, right now we're at 600,000. They are in the green, even though chart wise they're down 50%. Their bag grew, so they're actually up.
Yep.
And that's something that is unique. and it's different. And, it takes a lot of work on our part, but it's worth it, man.
Yep. And you made a good point there. We cannot control what people do with their money. They can buy, they can sell, they can do whatever they want, right? That is out of our control. What is in our control is what we can do with the utility and the development of the project and, continuing to add value to it. And that is key, right? And with what you guys announced today, just is even nicer on top of it. So, I know I brought Jason in, but let's get a formal introduction. Hey, Jason, how you doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. You didn't get the memo. It's Ugly Sweater Day.
Oh, I did not. I got my Transformers hoodie. Does that work?
Well,
I got my NFL flag football coach shirt on, man.
there you go. I only wear these like the week of Christmas, and that's it. And then they go away. But Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Well, I'm an independent actor. I've been making independent films, mostly horror style films, for about 15 years now. Been into crypto for 2-3 years, I guess, at this point. And then got hooked up with this guy just recently through Bleaves, and now we're trying to do something that combines, crypto and independent film together. So it's pretty exciting. I'm looking.
I think it's going to be awesome, man. I'm so excited about it. I really am, man.
It is pretty exciting. I heard it. I know what it is. I don't know when you guys want to release it, or do you want me just to play like the little sneak peek that you guys have first?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I'll explain what it is, and then we'll give you the sneak peek. So,
all right.
What we're doing is, again, so Bleaves. I know, a lot of people know who Bleaves is. Bleaves. Yep. So I got a message on Telegram probably 2 or 3 months ago from Bleaves, and I had never spoken to Bleaves on Telegram. I've only done talked to him on YouTube and through Twitter. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was bullshit. I was like, who is this guy sending me a message on Telegram acting like Bleaves? So I messaged Bleaves, and lo and behold, it was real. And we got into a kind of a chat with Jason, the three of us, and we were talking, and we actually went from something fairly small into kind of putting our heads together and creating something that I think can be really big. And, we were excited about it, and we really wanted to kind of do it right away. But I think we were smart in kind of planning and putting together. I was like, we could put together, this NFT project, and, it can help fund the movie, and we can help people, give these NFTs some real value. And as the months went by, we started planning. And I told my team about it, and, Bleaves is on board with it. And we've created an NFT collection that is going to be super cool. So what it is with this NFT collection, we are going to help Jason fund a independent horror film. And he's again, so you can go on. What is the web? You're on IMBD. He's on IMBD. So he's a verified person that is, in the film industry. And so the way it's going to work, and each NFT, so we have 11 rare NFTs, and those rare NFTs are based off of real characters from 5 different movies. And we do a character reveal every day for the next 11 days. Now, how is it going to benefit holders? So anybody that bought into our last NFT project knows that is our number one priority is, why do I want to buy this? So there's a bunch of reasons. First off, we're given between prizes and manually claimable rewards and giveaways, you're looking at over $70,000 going to investors. So each rare NFT is worth $2,000 if you happen to mint a rare NFT. We're going to do milestone giveaways. And what I mean by that is when we get to 500 mints, we're going to do a $500 giveaway. When we get to 1,000 mints, we're going to do a $1,000 giveaway. 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. So that, to keep kind of the hype going, because that is a tough thing to do. But also, by holding an NFT, you are an associate producer of this movie, which is really cool. We're also going to have small things that give you an opportunity to maybe have your name and your face in the movie. We're going to have some voting things, which would be pretty fun, where you might be able to choose a kill scene in there, with character selection and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, and also, if you own 40 of them, you're going to be in our whale chat, and you're going to get credited 5 million. You're not going to be given 5 million tokens. You're going to be credited them when we do the airdrop. So basically, you'll have a percentage of every airdrop for the forever futures if you hold 4 million. And being in the whale chat gives you early access to things, sneak peek to things, extra giveaways that we don't do to the public and things like that. So that'll be something long term for that. But also, you're part of a movie. You're part of a series of movies. So after the 11 days of character reveals on the 12th day of Christmas, right? We're going to, Jason is going to put out a proof of concept video, which is going to be basically a short clip of each movie. And from there, based on the characters that you've watched and the short proof of concept, the community NFT holders are going to vote on which movie they want done first. And then we also have a YouTube, which I got to send to you so you can share up here so people can join it. The YouTube's going to be fun because throughout the whole process, not only are the characters going to be released on there, Jason is going to do behind the scenes as far as, even from pre-shoot to while they're shooting, fun things with that, some more voting stuff, and then into the movie. And you are really literally going to be part of this movie. And if you own an NFT, you can send Jason your name and he'll get you in the credits as an associate producer. It'll be really, really, really fun. Something interactive and different that a lot of other things don't do. And, you look at the independent horror film industry, they, like I talked to Jason about it, not all of them are into crypto. So this will be their introduction into crypto. When you go on AMAs and things like that, people ask you, how are you going to make this, somebody outside of crypto want to get into this? How are you going to attain to the outside of crypto, the 94% of people outside of crypto? And this is one of them. This is one, those people, they're gonna be like, what is that? An NFT? What the hell is that? Well, check out our Telegram. Maybe you'll win a free NFT. The funny thing is, one of those people will be the one that wins the, the rare. And now and they have $2,000 worth of Project X too. Yep. And their introduction into crypto is through Project X and Jason and myself. Mm-hmm. And I think that'll be, that opens up to a whole new group of people, which the indie horror film, it's a very big cult of people. Like those people are badass, man. There's a lot of.
So there's a lot of information you went over there, Mario. And one of the things that, is not really new is essentially, to make movies. And Jason, I'm sure you can attest to this. You usually go about it in some sort of crowdfunding way, right?
Right.
So you accumulate funds in one way or another that way. This is really no different, except for it's in Web3. Okay. So whether they know it or not, they're automatically incorporating themselves into this crowdfunding for this movie to be made, and it's all done on Web3.
Yeah. If you look at if you look on our website, you'll see that was one of the things we wanted to do. Is we wanted to do a startup platform. We had it way down the line, but we wanted to do a startup platform, and we wanted to get in the movie industry for documentaries and things like that through crypto. So we're kind of jumping into that way early. And when I see an opportunity, man, I weigh the risk reward, and I weigh, I talk to the people and I find out what kind of people we're involved with. And Jason, he's accredited. He's a good dude. I've talked to him. I've watched the jokes that he's done on his. My wife staring at me. My wife is just yelling at me. But I watched the jokes he does with his dad every day on the thing, and he's just a good dude, man, and believes is trustworthy in the space. And I jumped on the opportunity, and I'm super glad that something is going to come to fruition about it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I have to say, one of my all-time favorite movies is Evil Dead, the Evil Dead series with Bruce Campbell. And Army of Darkness, my kid and I, we laugh endlessly, and my wife rolls her eyes and walks out of the room. But just the one-liners in it, and I mean everything about it is just fantastic. So I'm a big advocate of B movies and what they bring to market, because you never know, you could be creating that next cult following, right? Like the Evil Dead series.
The Sharknado.
How was Sharknado? Yeah. I couldn't bear. Personally, I haven't made it through a Sharknado. I've watched bits and pieces, but I've not been able to make it through one.
Oh man, I love bad shark movies. Actually, we have a bad shark movie as part of one of these independent films that you get to vote on later. So.
Oh, nice. So it would be cool. I mean, when this is all completed and finished, how do you guys premiere it? Does it go out to movie theaters, or does it get streamed online, or how do you well,
do that? I think that's definitely got to be something that we'll discuss in the future as to if they want to do anything different. But I have a lot of films that I've worked on that have been released. They're on Amazon Prime. They're Vudu, Tubi. I've had films released in the Redbox, and obviously we want to do that. That's definitely going to be a big part of it. If we can get it into theaters, that would be very good for us. It has just recently happened for, I was talking about Terrifier 2, which I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's a very independent film. Christmas, Bloody Christmas, which is on Shudder. It just premiered in the theater. So they've kind of opened doors for independent, and specifically independent horror films, to get a little bit of a theater run. So if we can go that route, I would love it, but it'll take some legwork, that's for sure.
Nice. So maybe an idea, and if you use it, I want credit. All right. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Screen. You know what that is?
Big Screen?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Big Screen is a VR app that is essentially a movie theater in VR, right? So, that would be really cool. It right now, I think the space size per room is like 30 or 35. But how cool would that be to sell tickets to a private screening of your movie in VR, where you get to go into the movies with your community and sit there in the same room and watch the movie on the same screen? That's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, we were doing our AMAs that way. When we were on having other people AMA, we were being interviewed. We would actually broadcast them in Big Screen and have our communities come in. And it was really cool because, it actually took that personal, or it made it more personal. And it was cool because you could throw popcorn and all kinds of stuff at the screen.
I feel like that would be like a very cool, like, premiere for just NFT holders themselves, maybe like have a special premiere for just them and something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, so like maybe people that mint out like a limited edition, right? Because how many limited NFTs are you guys gonna have?
11.
Or rare, right? Maybe you just have like, if you mint a rare, not only do you get the prize money, but you'll get a special private screening in VR. That'd be pretty wild.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Right. And it's fitting. I mean, because it's it's where everything we're doing is very interactive with the community, and it's all very web based, so why not have a premiere there as well?
Yep. No, it's, and I think, with what you guys are doing and what you're building, you're taking and introducing, the movies essentially and the production of a movie into Web3. Well, why not keep going with that and, give people a little bit more of that, right? Because I mean, technically VR is a form of the metaverse. It's not quite, the metaverse, that aspect of it, but it's not going to be long till somebody puts up a movie theater in the metaverse. And someone's stealing this design right now, and they're
I was going to say, as soon as you said it, somebody's
it'll be out
doing
tomorrow. Hey, what do you guys think? You want to set up a movie theater in the metaverse?
Dude.
Yep. you sold me on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's really cool. I mean, if you have a VR setup at home, and anybody, if you have a VR setup at home, if you get the opportunity, I did it on. I think my kid has an HTC Vive, but you can also do it on the PlayStation VR, and I think Oculus has the capability to do it as well. They're all compatible with that big screen platform. You get the chance to do it. It's just cool to be in there and interact with other people while you're watching a movie. I think
that'd be a great idea. And I think, like, because you touched on it, like, this is very much crowdfunding, like an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter, but the difference being with this, because obviously you get perks and things like that, copies of the movie, be in the movie, all those types of things, but this also gives you something that could make you a little bit of money along the way too, which obviously Indiegogo and things like that can't offer. So I feel like that's a perk for being in this particular space and doing this, because as far as I know, we're the first or one of the first. I think somebody else has done this, but I haven't really seen the execution of it. So,
well, yeah, people say a lot of things, but it's actually making it happen. And Mario knows better than anybody that your community will turn on you if you don't do anything with it, right?
Yeah.
If you just keep making the promise and nothing happens. But I from what I know of Mario, he gets stuff done, and his team gets stuff done. So you're working with a great project.
Yeah,
so as soon as I started talking to him, I definitely, and I was excited because he was just as excited about the whole thing as I was, and I felt like that made me comfortable and realized that I was with the right person, I think.
Yeah,
different, man. It's different, and I think there's a lot of stress in crypto right now. There's a lot of like hurt. People are nervous, people are scared, and I think this is a way to have some fun. And be able to make some money at the same time.
Yeah.
Because again, man, you're gonna be collecting rewards. You're gonna have opportunity at big prizes and giveaways. And we are, if you have a certain amount, you'll be, getting airdrops. But again, just collecting the rewards right now is going to build your Project X bag, and then we do so many different things to try and help you get to that X Club. Eventually, we don't want to just give it away. We want it to be a perk, and something to work towards. But our project is something I just want to have fun, man, and at the same time, not have anybody get hurt. Again, there's only, I can only control what I can control. If somebody, wakes up, and here's the deal. And like I said before, and we locked our tokens, right? Like we locked all of our tokens. So if you look at our project and you look at the BSC scan, the top 4 contracts, they're contracts because all those tokens are locked. We have 375 million tokens in a Brew Labs locker. What that does is that's our X Club wallet. That's our X Giving wallet, which collects rewards to give to charities, and it's our backup marketing wallet. And the reason we locked those is, we know that we'll never sell them, but we want people to feel safe about that. But also, you can say whatever you want, and you can say, I'm not the type of person that would sell those. I'm not the type of person that would do this. I'm not the type of person. You cannot control life. something happens to somebody in your family or some emergency, and you look at, you know, your crypto wallet and you see like, man, I could take all this right now and solve my problem.
Yeah.
You know, and personally, I wouldn't blame you, but I think that as a responsible leader, you need to just take that opportunity off the table.
Yeah.
And that's why we you know, lock those tokens, because you just, you know, you could be the best person in the world. You face some type of tragedy to save your family, you're going to probably trample others in the way. And I don't blame you, but you just, it's like being married, man. I'm married. And you're not going to catch me at the club dancing with other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how it is. You don't even give yourself the opportunity. And that's why we locked everything. And again, it's for us to feel safe. It's for our investors to feel safe. You know, you jump into our project, there's zero chance of it rugging. Even if I woke up one morning and was like, I want to rug everybody, I can't. I don't have the opportunity because we locked those tokens. And we went an extra step, because when we got the Brew Labs locker contract, you know, our contract guy Ben and myself were looking at it, and there was an emergency withdrawal. And I contacted them. I said, dude, we don't want an emergency withdrawal. He said, well, I said, it's not locked if there's emergency withdrawal. We don't want to be able to touch those tokens. We don't want to touch them. Even if we don't want to. And, you know, so that's what we did. And those are locked away. And that's our way of saying, look, man, you know, again, we're here. We want it to be safe. And then we create these partnerships. You know, we have the Crypto Rejects partnership. We have the
We'll get to that in a minute.
We have the Blue Chain Validator partnership. We're surrounding ourselves with other trustworthy projects. And now this movie NFT collection is pretty much solely us. We will take on partnerships if anybody's interested. But it's something fun, man. It's fun. The characters some of them are going to be, you know, funny. Some of them are going to be unique. You know, between the 3,000, there's mixtures. We're going to have competitions and contests, and it's going to be fun, man. The behind the scenes on the YouTube, the interaction that we're going to be able to have. I'm hoping Jason allows me to fly out to Kentucky and be in the movie.
For sure. Absolutely.
So, you know, it's different, man. And it's a lighthearted way to have fun in crypto in a space that's kind of uptight right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know I think we all know the market is what it is, right?
Yeah.
How and when it's going to recover or get back to where we were last year at this time, you know, nobody knows. You know, everyone can guess, and everyone has, you know, a good idea of what they think is best or what is going to happen, but nobody really knows. What we have to do, and what you're obviously doing, is we have to continue to build, develop, and, you know, do things like collab with different things like you are with Jason and, you know, the other projects that you're collabing with. But you know, what about this trailer? Do we want to share it, or do we want to get more people, you know, requesting to see it?
No, let's yeah, so we did the first character introduction, which was quick. He's one of our guys, man.
Yeah.
So we're doing character reveals every day, and this is the first one. Yeah, go ahead and play it, man. Guys,
all right. Here we go.
There you go, man. And each one of them, you know, have a write up on them. And Jason can tell you about the 5 movies that he's gonna do. Because so after the 11 days, he's gonna do, you know, the proof of concept, and there's gonna be 5 different movie trailers, small movie trailers, and we're gonna choose which one we want done, man. Jason, if you want to give them those 5.
Yeah, for sure. So that what you just watched there, that's Sugar. So that's a proof of concept film. We actually filmed that about 6 years ago. to try to pitch it, and so it's basically Nightmare on Elm Street meets a killer clown. It it's based, that character, Sugar is the clown, has a kids variety show on local TV, and apparently it's found out that maybe not the best person in the world, murderous killer clowns, and the town takes justice into their own hands and takes care of the problem, and then he comes back in their nightmares and starts kind of decimating the town and the children of the town. So it's very much Nightmare on Elm Street, but there's a lot of twists and turns. I don't want to rip them off completely, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I kind of, with the Terrifier 2 that just came out and has done so well, I want it to be kind of brutal like that one, but with like some a comedy, because you know you don't want to like just beat people over the head with all the terror that it will ensue. So
hey, shout out to Gabe. What's up, Gabe? No, that's great. And clowns creep me out. Jeez,
right.
I hate clowns.
Right, and that's what I was talking to Mario about. It's like I had no idea how many people were actually afraid of clowns. I knew it was a phobia, but I didn't realize how much so. And we, like I said, we filmed that 6 years ago, and we had a lot of fun with it. And I think it's going to be a fun movie if that's the one that people vote on. Because killer clowns that invade your nightmares, that's pretty frightening.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm afraid of them. They just make me uncomfortable.
They're very uncomfortable. Yeah, they just have the smile on their face all the time. It's like, why are you so happy?
Right, and especially with those eyes, right?
Right.
Nice.
Right, and we have there's going to be 5. Like I said, there's 11 NFT unique NFTs that are all based off of characters in these proof of concept films, and all these, they're all short proof of concepts, which is basically a short film or a sizzle reel that you make to try to pitch to studios or what have you. And so that was Sugar. Then we're going to have Malfunction, which is a sci-fi, it's kind of a Terminator in space kind of thing, where there's cyborgs and there's actually sharks in space. There's because again, there's we were talking about the shark movies earlier, and people love the shark stuff. And it's not a shark movie, but there is some interaction there. But it's mostly like cyborgs and sci-fi and aliens. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's three NFTs, I believe, for that particular short.
So if this is a spoiler, you don't have to tell me, but how do you get a shark in outer space? Or how does a shark get in outer space?
Well, it's not necessarily a spoiler, because the Earth is overran by an artificial intelligence that becomes aware, very much, kind of a Skynet kind of deal. And so the remaining inhabitants of Earth have to flee into space and try to find a new home. And so they have 3 different ships, and one is called the Ark Aquatica, which has the remaining aquatic life of Earth plus a third of its population. So there are sharks there, and when something becomes aware on a spaceship, and it can release something to take care of the pests that are humans. Sometimes it's sharks.
But do they have laser beams attached to their heads?
That would be a spoiler.
That's an Austin Powers reference, by the way.
Right, absolutely. Oh, don't worry, I'll be referencing that in the movie for sure.
Nice. I want freaking sharks with lasers on their heads.
Lasers.
Nice, that's awesome. So we're getting the next 11 days. There's going to be a new reveal, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, and then on the 12th day, we are doing what again?
That's the short. So it's called a proof of concept. It's going to have very short previews of each movie.
Okay.
We just gave you the 2. There's 3 more. And what's going to happen is that's going to be the day we release the NFTs, and people are going to vote. We're going to do a 3-day vote, and they're going to vote which movie they want done first. Because yeah, and the ultimate goal of all this is to do all the movies at some point, and basically freaking laser to their head, man. Austin Powers, man. You know, I watched Austin Powers with my kid the other day and was ashamed. I was like, I didn't. There's things, you know, there's movies out there you don't realize how bad they were. You know, you ever see Major League, the Major League, the baseball?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, bro! I thought I was showing my kid this fun movie. I totally forgot how many F-bombs were dropped in that.
Oh yeah. So
But
some of them don't age very well. That's for sure.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is for it to be, you know, a success, and then Project X kind of become its own, you know, production studio to be per se to create these 5 movies, man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So,
and when
are you
go
going
ahead.
to
Sorry.
show all 5 movies on day 12, or are you going to spread them out over, you know, let people mull them over?
Well,
And
so my thought was, and I'll go over this with Mario. We've already kind of talked about it a little bit, but of course, the 11 days from today and you know for until Christmas or New Year's Eve, we'll release an NFT, and then on New Year's Day, we will release the first trailer to. It'll be a full trailer of say like Sugar that we just watched, and then the day after that, a trailer of some of the other films. And then on the 6th is when we will actually release where you can vote on which films as well as release the NFT line the same day. So you'll get time to like watch each trailer and then kind of think about it. And then on the 6th, you can vote all the way up until that Sunday. And then we'll name the winner on that Monday.
nice.
Is that right? Is that right, Mario? I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I got that right.
That's actually perfect. Yeah.
Okay, good. We've talked about so many things that sometimes I get lost.
Yeah. That's the way it is in Web3, right? It's like, you know, 1,000 miles an hour, and you know, you can only do so much in a day.
Well, and we definitely started fast, and we slowed down, and like you said earlier, we kind of slowed down and really kind of worked on it and got a good plan together. And I don't know, I think we've got something really cool. And what he was talking about earlier, like film and crypto and really kind of owning a token, are kind of similar in the sense that, you know, you could tell people all you want, like, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. You could trust us. This is going to be the coolest thing ever. But there comes a point in time where you got to stop telling them and just got to show them. And that's what's going to happen with this. We're going to talk about it and hopefully people will enjoy it. But at the end of it all, we'll be able to show them the process pretty much every day as we go through it. And by the end of it, we'll have a movie to show them, and then people will actually realize, oh, they really did make a movie. Yeah. And I hope they enjoy it, and I hope it kind of continues into a studio thing. So that would be pretty awesome.
Nice. And if they own the NFT, they get their names as producers in the credits, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So and so anybody that buys an NFT is, you know, if you show us proof of purchase, if you want your name in the credits and you have an NFT, absolutely no problem. Put your name in the credits. If you want to stay, you know, a little in the shadows, that's fine too. However you want to do it, but yeah, because that's what they are. Like anybody that is, you know, helping, you know, with the production of the film and getting us a budget for that, they're producers. Nice.
So what are we missing here, Mario? We've gone over a lot. You've gone over a lot. And yeah, I'm like trying to take it all and just go back to things that I think we should touch on again.
Such a good thing because we have so much going on, man. Yeah. Like we have so many different things going on with our projects in different directions. You know, I mean, whatever you want to touch on, man. I think we've hit almost everything.
All right. Well, so let's talk a little bit about Crypto Rejects, because I know we are affiliated with you with that. And yes. I know it's, you know, the efforts and everything that's going into it is pretty awesome. And it's exposing what you guys are doing with this NFT project to 4 other communities, 5 other if you count links, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's pretty major. So
yeah, that's a cool, yeah. So that's me and you, I think, were the first ones that kind of jumped on that.
Yep.
Again, another thing that was, offered to us that, and I DM'd you after I talked to Tony and was like, do you know this guy, or, what's going on, man? Like, what's happening? Are we sure we can trust him? And Worldwide got involved, and I kind of knew Worldwide through links,
Mm-hmm.
And then more projects got involved, and it's a unique situation where you have 5 fairly successful projects and trustworthy projects. You guys have been around for a year. We've been around for almost 6 months, and Vault's been around, and Lynx doesn't have a token, but they're doing good things for Web3. Dive Wallet is going to do some really good. And again, it's the people. You're investing in the people, not the idea. The idea could be amazing, but if you have untrustworthy people, the idea don't mean shit. It don't mean anything. So I do think that there's been a little, there's 5 of us involved, and we're all different parts of the world and things like. So there had, the marketing. Like today, we had the mistake with the Twitter space. We didn't get a lot of people. Yep. I think that it's still in the really, really early stages, and people don't fully understand what's happening.
Yeah, and let me just say this: it took me forever to start using my calendar. Because and I would actually be doing something else, and someone would chime in on Telegram or Discord and be like, dude, where are you? You're supposed to be in this AMA. And it's like, what? Okay, I'm hopping in
with that. What's crazy is I don't use a calendar, bro. I don't use a calendar. I don't use anything. It's all up here. And I think the military really embedded like time in my brain, because I was always, from basic training to Ranger school to, being deployed and going through different schools. I was always nervous. I wasn't going to wake up on time, or I wasn't going to get the formation on time. I needed to, so I have this like weird calendar. I know when that's why, 4 or 5 hours ago, that's why I got on our Telegram, was like, guys, where's the AMA? Like, I don't think, and I think that that will get fixed. We will, we'll get that down pat. But the idea behind it's awesome. I'm learning more and more about it as we go. And I know that, they don't want to release a whole lot of information so it doesn't get copied and things like that. And I think that people, absolutely, brother, a time of my life in the service, man. But people, nowadays they want to see the product before they buy it. So, it'll be a little slower at first, but as things get released, like they just released the staking with Vault, it'll be staking, which is pretty cool. They introduced the Warzone 12, which that'll have to be further explained, but it is, from what I read and what I've talked to Tony and you guys about, it's something pretty unique, and it's going to be pretty cool. And then they said there's going to be gaming involved, and with that though, it's again that benefits our project a lot. I mean, we bought in early and we became partners early, and when you mint those NFTs and those NFTs go up, and they're going to help HEROS token, they're going to help Project X. If you're involved in Project X, it's going to really push our X Club wallet for buybacks and things like that, and it's going to help Vault token in many ways. I think they have some big plans for it. So again, and it's just
just not to cut you off, but they're going to have their opportunity to be on here and share what they're doing. This is Project X's space, buddy. I mean, I could cut in and share what we're doing with HEROS, and I may, but I want to know what Project X's involvement and what you guys are going to be doing with Crypto Rejects.
Yeah, so that's 50%
the Mario hour.
50% of the revenue we get from Crypto Rejects is going back to our holders. Easy as that. If you're an X Club holder, you want Crypto Rejects to do well. If you're a Project X holder, you want Crypto Reject to do well. It's going to go into our X Club wallet. We're going to do buybacks with it. And then every month we're going to airdrop every token we bought back. And then 50% is going to also be used for marketing, and things like that, and building more for us. As you know, we always, and I think people have realized we use our money pretty wisely. Money goes fast though, so you got to be smart with it.
Yep.
But yes, that is going to really help our ecosystem with buybacks, airdrops, marketing. We might even put some in our X Giving wallet. There's a lot that is going to benefit from that.
Yep. And it says a lot. You're taking 50% of whatever amount that the project is getting, and that is going right back to your community. That's solid, right? And the remaining amount you're using to further develop and market, which why not, right? You want to make the project better. You want to get more exposure. You want to get it out there. So, it makes sense. I love that. I think that's awesome. Heroes, we are actually taking half of it and it's going right to the charity wallet. And, with that, every 400 mints of Crypto Rejects, we are opening up a poll to do a donation. And all the communities involved in Crypto Rejects are welcome. Actually, anybody's welcome to join in that poll and decide where those funds go. So we're really excited about doing that. And then the remaining, we're planning on doing, a lot like what you're doing. Some of it will be buybacks. Some is going to finish up, the development of our utilities that we have coming. And some is going to marketing. But, the marketing right now, I don't feel like.
No, you got to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth it right now.
Yeah. I think, really the exposure you get for your dollars spent, it's not giving you an ROI that's worthwhile.
Like I said earlier, these people are charging too much money, number one. And you see that a lot of the projects that were on all these callers and had influencers backing them up, a lot of them tanked because they ran out of money. They paid the callers made their money, the influencers made their money, and they had no more money to give to their investors. It's garbage. Yep. In my opinion. I'm sorry, I get very emotional. I get it. I get mad about that because but again, money is better spent giving back to your community. Sorry. Right. I did a poll in our community like a couple months ago. It was after we got a bunch of callers and we did a bunch of AMAs, and it said, who brought you here? And it was, was it Venom? Was it this caller? Was it Travelad? Because we did a Travelad AMA, and Travelad was good. I gotta say that. Mm-hmm. But and then was it this community, or was it family and friends? And most of it was, and I told, they said, why are you doing that poll? I said, because I know the answer. It's going to be family or friend. That's who brought most of these investors in. Sorry, word of mouth. Yeah. There's going to be some people that chase a call, but they're not there to support the actual project. They're there to make a quick buck and roll out. And that's not what we want at all. We went up really fast. We hit 1.7 million, but again, a lot of those people, they didn't, they wanted in 2 weeks. The guy's like, how come I only have $100 in rewards? Like, bro, you've been invested for 2 days. Or, somebody puts in $10 and they're like, how come I don't have any rewards? I'm like, do you expect to make $10 in rewards off of a $10 invest? What world do you live on? Like, come on, man. And people took profits, which is healthy. We always want, listen, anytime you invest in something, I do 1-3-1, and I think it's smart, and even if you trust the project to moon, you put in 1 BNB or whatever you put in. Once it gets to 3, you take that 1 BNB out, and now you don't have any real money invested. It's just house money.
Yep.
Now you can be emotion free per se, like, not too embedded in it. You can't put your life into something. And I tell you that from experience because I did it.
Right.
I did. I've done it. I've put money that I needed into projects and lost it. And
Yeah, I'll tell you, I did that too. And I put money in, and when it hit my target, I took my initial out, and I'm like letting the rest ride. Dude, I should have taken it all out because those are worth like nothing now.
yeah,
You know,
but again,
dude.
at least you took your initial out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you trust the project, then you need to keep something in there. But dude, I mean, it's that's why it's so stressful, and it's scary at times. But I'm not the type of person, or we're not the type of project to get. I mean, if you sell like 20 B&B on a small community, then you're hurting a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you own a bigger bag of a certain project, then be responsible.
Right.
And I think that's where community comes in. As time goes, you form friendships with these people. And you're like, man, I can't sell all of this on them.
Mm-hmm.
But so again, be careful, get in when you triple, quadruple, double, take your initial out, man. Just do, you have to. And I'm only, you know, even in ours, man, it's like, hopefully a lot of them took their initial out and they're in the green.
Mm-hmm.
But at least in ours, you do know that. I don't know. I mean, you look at our chart. We've been at. I mean, even with B&B down, man, we've been holding that 5. We were at 150 at one point, and we started going, and the staking happened, and then we locked the tokens. And I think what is Clay? Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. I think the military has done a lot of. And I was a guy that entered the military. I was like, I'm not going to change. This isn't going to change me.
Yeah.
Shit, man. It changed me a lot. Things I've went through, the things I've seen, the way, the hard work that I learned through it, man. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think our floor is super solid. I mean, it's we have people that believe in the project, and I mean, we're so close to just straight up mooning, bro. I mean, we just, obviously we just need more exposure. We need some help from B&B. But I think little by little, people are seeing like, man, this project is real deal. And I think that's what you need. You need time. Time is what will prove to people that you're in it. Because, most projects don't last a month or two.
Right. And yeah, and you call me stubborn. I don't know, but I feel the same way you do. People that bought at the top, some of them are still in our community, and we are doing everything we can to build utility to bring that chart back up and to put us in a good position that brings more awareness. And and I mean, that's all we can do, right? We can get out there, be in front of as many people as we can. We can continue to add utility and continue to add to the project and add value, continue to do collaborations, all the same things that Project X is doing. And it's just a matter of getting it seen. And right now is a tough time. Right now is a tough time. It's the market sucks. There's all kinds of negativity in the news. There's the stock market's horrible. And there's talk of recession for next year, right? So people are scared. And our goal is to continue to build, continue to put value out there, and just continue to put ourselves out there, right? Make it so that we're seen. And you guys are doing the same thing. I mean, everywhere I go, it's the Mario show in a chat, right? You're like going off and sharing Project X with everybody. And I love that. I love what you guys are doing. So that's amazing.
You have no idea, dude. I put in way too many hours, to be honest with you. I do. I hope at some point I can slow it down a little bit.
It won't slow down. I'm just telling you. You get busier and busier. It never ends. And when you get into the
Yeah.
bull run, or when you're in that, mass hysteria of the market and everyone's looking at you, it gets even worse. I think last November to probably, oh geez, March, I would be going on less than 3 hours of sleep a day. It was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be tough, man. We'll it's all good. I'm I think hopefully I can make it because I work. I don't know if a lot of people in my community know. So I work like an overnight job, a security job. When I got out of the military, I worked for a police department for a crime scene unit, and then I became a teacher. And just recently, I homeschool my youngest. After COVID hit, and he started to fall back a little bit, and the kid loves sports, man. And so I was like, you know what? My wife got a job in cybersecurity and I was able to kind of take a bit of a step back, and I still do get paid through the VA. But now, with the way everything's working, I got to work like a smaller job, like overnight. And then I do the homeschooling during the day, and then I coach my son's football team at night, and it's a lot, man. And I'm hoping at some point, this turns around and this can be my job. This can be what I do.
Yeah. I think that's all of our goals, is to, be able to give up the day job for crypto full time, make that our day job. Right.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of work. It's like starting any other business. Is you got to put the hours in, you got to put the time in, you got to put the effort in, and eventually it will come. It's just a matter of when.
Yep. It don't help that my wife hates crypto. So,
well, so what you got to do is you got to get her involved. Bring her in, make her part of the team.
She's got a cybersecurity job, man. I mean, kind of counterintuitive in a way. But no, I got scammed for upwards of a lot of money. I mean, you're looking at 20K plus I lost through, me just not being knowledgeable of the space at first. Is when I first started. And then I got into something called TZKI, Suzuki.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know about that?
Oh yeah, I was in it.
Yeah, I got super rugged in that one, just like you then.
Yep, everyone got rugged in that one. Come on, and yeah, I don't think that's even allowed to be said anymore. That is like off the table. It's like a very bad word.
And then something happened to me in Coinbase. I got in a stable coin, and something happened to it. It depegged or something like that, and it went up, and somebody said, well, it's not a, and I bought into it, and then they stopped trading. Coinbase like legit stopped trading, and then it plummeted without me being able to trade. Yep. And then, I kept asking Coinbase support questions and this and that, and then I got a Coinbase support person, this very nice, lovely person. And I gave them my seed phrase to help me out.
Oh no!
Again, this is when I first started, man. I had no idea. Dude, they were so nice, man. And then all of a sudden, everything in my wallet was gone.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Well, and it's called being naive. I can't. And again, it's when I first got into crypto, and I didn't realize. I've seen evil people. Obviously, I've been in war, and this. For some reason, to me, stealing someone's hard-earned money is just as bad as murdering somebody. It is. I just couldn't fathom it. I didn't think of that it was possible that somebody would do that. To me, I don't know. I just can't think that way. And I go to look at my Coinbase wallet, and everything's gone. I was like, what? And my wife's like, well, yeah. I'm like, dude, all the money is gone.
Yeah.
Like everything is gone. I was gonna walk away, man, and then I jumped in another project that was super successful, and again became a moderator on it. And this is where I met all the guys for Project X, and that went up, and I kept adding money to it as it was going up. I was like, holy crap, this is going to be amazing. And then it dumped, and the developers just said, you know what,
Yep.
They kept saying lie after lie, and I lost all of that.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much on my way out. But these guys that I'm involved with Project X with, we formed, a friendship, and I started to trust them. And, our founder's name is Nart. He's from Israel. And he's like, let's just, let's start a token. And we kept talking about it. And then he did it. And I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have continuously built. And, my biggest thing is, I don't want anybody to get hurt. And I can proudly say, I really believe that every single investor in Project X is in the green. I thoroughly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're at right now, I don't think anybody is in the red as far as from their initial investment to here. I don't think they are, based on everything they've gotten in airdrops, the rewards, and where we were at. I think everybody that's involved is in the green right now.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
awesome.
proud. They're more than likely in the green because of the reward system, and that's something that not many projects can say that.
No, not many at all. That is amazing. So it looks like we have someone in the green room that wants to come in and crash the space. Should we let him in? It's a crypto reject.
Let him in, man.
Yeah, I figured that
we can't reject him, can we? Let him in, man.
We could reject him. Tony, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, boys? How we doing tonight?
We're doing awesome. How are you?
I didn't come in to steal the show from Mario. I actually just came in to continue to learn more about some of those awesome Project X features. So don't mind me. I'm being a fly on the wall tonight.
Nah, you're good, man. One of the features is crypto rejects, brother. I know you dropped something. You dropped something earlier. Let people know.
Yeah, come on. Mario kind of touched on it, and he didn't feel right about showing your baby, so he's like, this is what I know, but this is what we're doing as a part of Crypto Rejects.
I think one thing I didn't really emphasize enough is the importance of the guy I'm bringing in. His main role at our old community was managing whales, managing Discord, which we don't have, which will be set up through him. And he had a lot of Twitter expertise. When I say he handled the WoW group at that project, we're talking about a project that hit an all-time high of 274 million, and he was managing those key catalysts, and he still has that form of connection and relationship, because I know the current project he's a part of is it's also well over $13 million, and some of the key factors in that project are people that he's connected with. So him coming in is an extremely important feature to the project and the future of just stability and how quick we're actually going to roll some of these things out, because originally when me and him were talking, he was under contract until February, and that's why I kept telling people, right now we're just trying to be steady. And he got me on a call earlier and said he walked from the contract, all that guaranteed money. Me and him have been working, negotiating, talking. He's going to be a key factor that's coming out of directly my pocket. This isn't coming out of community funds or anything like that. He's coming directly out of my pocket. And the things I've watched this guy do, let's just say all the tricks and things I know, I stole from this guy.
Out of context, that just sounds so wrong.
Yeah. Hey, I like the ugly sweater.
You like that? Well, so I told everybody to wear one, but nobody Nobody wanted to put an ugly sweater on.
First
Hey,
off, look,
Mario
I'm
probably
literally,
mine's ugly.
I'm literally sitting by my pool. You can't wear a sweater right now. I'm in Florida, man. It's too hot.
Yeah, you're down south. It's like 2 degrees here.
Oh
I
man,
mean, you might think mine is pretty ugly. I'm wearing a Blackhawks jersey right now, so.
Hey, I've got a Blackhawks jersey.
Who do you got? Patrick Kane or something?
No, I've got Griswold.
Okay, classic.
I got a Flyers jersey.
Hey, I like the Flyers. I did like them. I like Claude Giroux, but now he's no longer with the team, so I don't care for the Flyers much more. But
Broad Street Bullies, man.
hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry what we did to you in 2010.
Yeah, I know. All 5 people that watched it care.
Oh man.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess the big thing I do want to touch on is just the importance of this person I'm bringing in. I speak very highly of him. And like I said, I didn't think we were going to have access to his expertise and his connections until about mid-February. He actually, like I said, just approached me today. We have, and when I say, we have a contract, I mean, we're sitting there, the attorney and the engineer are going over the contract and the agreements right now, but he's going to be sent an email in the morning. And the moment he signs that, I'm going to make that person public. And I'm very excited for it. I know this guy is a true professional. He's got a lot of experience. And like I said, his connections, he was well managing a project that hit $274 million. I mean, just think about the investors that are going to see all the projects involved. This is a big thing. This is big. It's big for everyone.
That's the thing we touched on earlier is, Crypto Rejects getting big helps all of our projects. So, it behooves the communities to help push that, because it is, and there's, utility behind it that's going to help, create some type of passive rewards for people, and the staking is going to be cool. And can you go over what exactly, not exactly, but what is the premise? What the hell is Warzone 12?
Yeah, I guess I can share that. So before I get started, hold on one sec.
Oh no.
I have a notebook in front of me, and it has the do and do not share type of thing. But I think I'm actually going to take this, scramble it up, and throw it away, because as of right now, we're at a green light to share as much as we want. What I haven't shared is just based off of what I'm comfortable with sharing at the time, because we have this beta developed, this thing that's going to help us burn supply, create value, and offer unique features. So one thing I'll talk about with Warzone 12 is it will be a form of gaming and trading features. There's going to be entertainment behind it. And we know with entertainment, that keeps people happy, that keeps people comfortable. I don't know if you guys are one for playing video games or stuff like that, but I love
Warzone had me intrigued. I play Call of Duty with my kid, man.
I don't know how many of you guys actually or have ever played Clash of Clans. I've been playing Clash of Clans since 2011, I think, or 2012, a long time. And it's just a game. It's a game on my phone that I play. It's a game on my phone, and I've been playing the same account for the longest time ever.
That's nuts.
And I still play. New phone. And with this is actually going to offer value of earning native tokens. I can't really say. Actually, I can say this because I'm the boss, and I'm the boss of me. At one point or another, if you're listening from whatever community that is partnered with us, you could earn some of their tokens that were purchased from our liquidity pool, gaming and trading with this Warzone 12. This Warzone 12 is going to be that key factor that really glues all these projects together. It's going to be very important. It's not only going to, bring value to those projects, but it's going to be fun. And that's what I wanted.
So you're going to buy some Project X tokens and give them away?
When I
Is that what I just heard? I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're hearing. And we're really uncapping the potential and the flexibility of our marketing wallet and just project funds in general to essentially not spend that much on marketing, but to really spend a lot on utility development. And I think that's kind of where I shine. Is I do have a creative mind, and some of those things that I dream and think about bring value, where I think we're in a market where marketing isn't that good of a thing. I think word to mouth is the best marketing. And I learned that in about a week, and I'm staying true to that.
We literally just went over that. We literally just talked about that.
Yep.
Somehow,
it's
looking at Mario right now, he somewhat looks more intimidating than his picture on Telegram.
Hey,
I'm not a super approachable person.
It's the beard, Tony. Anybody that
Mario,
has
how
a
tall
beard
are
that
you?
long.
I'm 6 foot, man. I'm not
You're
that
6
tall.
foot? Okay, you're not that tall. Okay.
No.
In your picture, you look like you could be like 6'5".
No, I'm not. People think I'm taller than I am. I'm not 6'5".
It's the angle of the camera.
Yeah. And the shortness
probably.
of my kid.
Probably. Mario, I think one of the first things we need to do when we see Crypto Rejects mint out, I think we need to go ahead and set you up with an office. It looks like you're outside.
Yeah. Well, no, so we have an office in the house, but my wife works cybersecurity, and she had a call that she had to jump on. So, and I like being outside anyway, man. I'm chill. I'm relaxed, man.
Okay, because I'm actually in the boat without an office right now until we finish the remodel. But I just know I don't feel myself not having an office. I feel really awkward. I could have a face cam right now if I wanted to, but
I don't think I'm an office guy. Like, I'm not an office guy, man.
Your office is the gym, right?
yeah, and outside, I'm gonna get your hands dirty. I'll be honest with you, doing the crypto stuff, I look at some of the things I say, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm like, tweet and Twitter. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, I never thought I'd be involved in anything like this. But you have to adjust your lifestyle to what's going on in the world. So I will only go so far, though, to be honest with you. I have problems tweeting people. I have problems, like, people are like, oh, this guy, he's amazing, this and that. I'm like, I'll whoop that guy's ass, man. I don't care about that guy. No, but I don't know, man. Don't get me started. I think the world's backwards when it comes to certain things. Tony, Scott, I'll say this is I'm like, I really love what you've done with the charities. Because what I mean by the world being backwards is you see some of these people, it makes me sick when you got people showing off their, $500,000 cars and their homes and this and that. And then you see something that, a kid is starving because his parents can't. There's countries that can't feed their people, and I don't know, man. I get really emotional about it. I think my ultimate goal, which I've done a couple mission trips with my church, is my ultimate goal is to not really have to work and to be able to put a lot of time traveling with my church and building homes and things like that for people in other countries. And I hope that I can get to a point where my my I don't want to be a millionaire. Let's put it like that. I don't care to be a millionaire. I don't want my kids to grow up in a millionaire. I don't want that. I want enough money to not have to worry about paying, bills and falling behind on bills. I want enough money to be able to be comfortable with being able to take 2-3 weeks off and traveling with my church to go, again, go to Mexico or go anywhere that somebody needs. I say Mexico because we did a mission trip there 2 years ago and built a home for these two families. And it's one of the most wonderful things you can do. And that I think that my biggest issue with crypto is that I'll never conform to the space. I'll never conform to that I want to be rich mentality. I never will. It might be a downfall eventually because I'm giving and giving and giving, and because I want people around me to be happy. I would rather, some are all of them. I want to be a millionaire. I don't, and that's why you have these big dumps, and that's why you have so many problems in the space, man. What do you say? If I could make movies and use that money, exactly, man. Yeah, I mean, I want to surround myself with people that want to do good, and that's why I was excited to be partnered with Heroes. I think that, think about it, you could have taken that 50 grand for yourself, easy. You know what I mean? But you didn't, and you went out and you did the charities, and
it's more than that. It's what we set out to do initially, and it builds and shows character, I feel. But one of the things that I disagree with you on is we need to be millionaires. And if you want to retire, technically you need to be a millionaire. Because how long do you plan on going into retirement? And let's say even at 65, right? At 65, $1 million, if you pull out 40 grand a year, that might last you to 85 to 90, but people are living to 100, 110 years old. Yeah. So $1 million isn't enough. And
I don't
who
want to
can
live to
live 40 grand a year, right? You can.
You're right. In that sense, you're right. Yeah. In that sense, you're right.
So
I don't want to be a billionaire. How about that?
Perfect. Yeah. Millionaire, we're good with. Billionaire, off the table.
I don't think anybody needs that much money, man. I live in Florida, and if you go, it's funny the drive. So I live about 5 miles from the beach, and that 5 mile drive, you will go through. You will go from middle class, nice little neighborhoods, to lower class, like, people struggling, to right into extreme 1% high class right on the beach. And it's sickening because you drive on the beach, you drive down, it's called A1A in Florida. You got $1 million homes, bro, like multi-million-dollar homes. Nobody's ever home. You know why they're not home, bro? Because they don't live there. That's not their main house. Yeah. It's crazy. And so a buddy of mine worked for BMW, or who the hell did he work for? He worked for this high class. He was a mechanic for a really like high end vehicle company, and he had The Rock, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
So Dwayne Johnson was one of his clients. He had to go pick up his car, and it was a 2015 Bentley or something like that, and he drove it. He said, I fixed it 3 times. Or I've changed it. I've done all the things on it that I got to do 3 times. He drove it to where he had to do the fixing and drove it back. That car was a 2015. It had 400 miles on it.
Yeah.
Man, don't even drive the car.
Yeah.
that car cost enough to feed hundreds of families.
Yep.
To me, it makes me sick, man.
Yeah, I would almost go back to your point though, saying how you don't want to be a millionaire. I look at
Billionaire.
it. So,
We changed it. We
okay,
changed
yeah,
it.
with
Yeah.
that.
Keep
So
up.
I'm from Chicago. You know, I know our state income tax, just living tax, the cost of living. I'm not even in downtown, but just the cost of living, you know, in general. I mean, I believe 3 months ago gas was at 509. You know, relatively expensive, very expensive.
Oof.
I just turned 25 2 weeks ago. I would say my realistic number to even consider retiring off of crypto and live to, like Ace said or Scott said, 85, you know, bare minimum living. I would probably need to walk with $9 million. Then I would essentially need to give 40% or more to Uncle Sam. Then we have state taxes. Then we have cost of living. I mean, we're not looking at a whole lot of money after that. And it's crazy when, you know, you sit there and you go, wow, $11 million. And then you kind of put everything in a factor. And we're also going to assume I'm not a screwball with my money. I'm not buying a brand new G-Wagon, pimping out my crib, none of that. You know, it's not looking like a very, very, you know, luxury life off of $9 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's, you know, there are some, you know, workarounds there, but, you know, the point is, I mean, you know, for you, especially because you're looking at, you know, well, hopefully retirement earlier, but, you know, if you retire earlier, you have to plan to have enough funds to carry you through the rest of your life. Right. You know, but just going to 65, I mean, you need more than $1 million for sure.
Honestly,
Mario, welcome back.
What I should do, so I get married in September of 2023 on the 23rd.
Congrats.
What I should do is, if we have a full mint out before, let's say June, okay, let's really push it, especially with this this new person coming. You know, I wouldn't be surprised what magic we can really make happen, and our staking. If we do that, I will have an open address to anyone that wants to come to the wedding. To any investor, anyone, yeah. I think that'd be cool. You know, fortunate for us, we're doing it outside at a country club.
You know,
so,
it'd be cool at that point if you got up there.
Yeah.
And said I do, and she said rejected.
You know, that
Walk
would
away.
that would. So luckily the person we're you know, that's getting us married and whatnot, he's a long-term friend or a long-time friend. I met him at church when I was just a student. He was the intern there, and me and him, we've just stayed in touch over the years. But he's really cool. So I do know. I believe in the state of Illinois, if someone actually like when objected or they don't say I do when they say that, that you actually have to postpone the wedding. So that would actually kind of suck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Somebody not saying I do would suck. It would suck, man.
Yeah. She's
Wedding.
German and I'm Polish, so we're very passive aggressive with each other.
Nice.
Sorry if I forget what was.
Yeah, no, we're very passive aggressive. So if she didn't say I do, I don't think it would be a sincere thing. Yeah. So I'm part though. I mean, I'm very Mediterranean as well. But I do know people love making their Polak jokes and whatnot, but I will always say our Polish food is not that good.
I'm like 25% Polish, man. It's all good.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my grandma would teach me a lot of Polish, but I don't really have much now. That's not good. And I know Polacks really like to cuss and whatnot, but it's always a party with the Polish people.
Nice.
Any Slovaks
So-
can fuck.
What's that?
I said any Slovaks can party.
All right. So Mario, we're at an hour and 40 minutes almost. What did
Yeah.
we miss? What did we miss?
Passive aggressive. Yeah, my wife just looked at me through the window. I gotta go soon.
Well, it's not me cutting you off, buddy.
Yeah. No, you're good, man.
The
You're good.
floor's yours.
I'm- Stay up. I used to stay, man. You know what? My life is so different now than it was 2 years ago. I'm like, dude, like 9 o'clock. I'm ready for bed, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens, but it doesn't help if, I usually get up at 4 a.m. So
Well, me too. Yeah, exactly. But I used to be able to do that, man. I used to, and it's funny. Like I thought, like, because I stopped drinking. I'm 18 months sober, man. I haven't had a drink in 18 months, and I thought, now I won't wake up with hangovers, and it's not. I still wake up. I'm like, damn. Come on, man. Hook me up with some good sleep here.
yeah.
Well-
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, man. I got like 10 more minutes.
All right. Well, why don't we do this then? We'll just go around and we'll let Tony, any closing thoughts or statements?
So yeah, I would love to emphasize on I keep butchering that word. I think I've had a little too much to sip on tonight, and I was actually about to say good for you, Mario. That's actually a very
There
good
you go.
accomplishment.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I did through college and through the military. I was very good at drinking. I'd like to say I retired on top. So
Now, yeah, that's I naturally I'm always someone to ask questions. I don't think right now is the time to ask questions, but what I will say is anytime someone can, make a commitment like that, rather it's a little thing, even just canceling out caffeine, smoking, whatnot, that's a big accomplishment. So, big props to you, Mario. I mean, it really goes to show what kind of person you are and the commitment you have to saying and doing something and following through with it. So that's awesome.
priorities, man.
Priorities.
But
So-
yeah, what I will say is my closing statement is we're inviting someone very important to our team. He's phenomenal. This is someone that I've known for a long time in the space, and I have personal connection to and a business relationship to. We've done business in the past, and it's always worked out in a very good manner. This person has connections to people with kinds of money that Mario doesn't want. Big time players in the game.
More power to it.
When I say big time players in the game, I mean we're talking about he's got a hotline to someone with well over $100 million. Someone that was, I mean, a max top wallet, which was essentially, I believe that was 5% in that project we were a part of. It was it was nuts. I mean, he's got those kind of connections, and
Tell his ass about Project X too.
yeah, and
And Heroes.
yeah, I'm gonna
man.
I'm gonna make him familiar with all, and that's that's also the big thing with Warzone 12. I know I gave you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what it will be like in our private chat, and there's just so much more to it that I don't know if I can really paint a picture on a phone call. But what I can say is it's going to be that glue that ties all these communities together, because any investor from any community has the opportunity to win rewards from those native projects that we're a part of, and it's really going to help glue things together. And I can sit here and say, oh, you're only going to win $25 if you do that, do this or do that. when we're talking about 10,000 NFTs, and we could potentially be talking about, assuming everyone buys 2 at least, we could be talking about 5,000 new people. We take $25 and multiply that, and we continue to multiply that. And then, we could always talk about a second launch and this and that. We're talking about an organic ecosystem that we're not focused on 2 million tomorrow. We're focused on 2 million at one point or another, and as long as we don't get impatient, these utilities and things that roll out will actually elevate these projects involved. What I can say is this isn't financial advice, but if you really do love your project you're a part of, Crypto Rejects is also going to be heavily involved. So always stay in the loop and watch, follow us on Twitter, join the Telegram, get involved with some of just the fun things we do. I'm not telling you to invest, but, if you want to invest, you can, I would recommend investing on a Monday when we have our Mint Monday specials. But other than that, yeah, I just want to share, how beneficial Warzone 12 will be to every project.
Awesome. Mario, closing statements, buddy. Let's have it.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Absolutely.
Anybody looking into us, like I said earlier, invest in people, not the idea. But if those good people have a good idea, it's a pretty good combo. Our project is, like I said, man, 86% staked or locked. It's a safe play right now. It's not something you're going to buy in and wake up a millionaire, but it's something you can grow with. The movie industry is going to be something obviously that we're excited about with Jason. Those NFTs will be unique. And if we can really push together and create this and be successful with it, and I've seen Jason's material with no money, and I showed it to our whale chat. It's impressive what he can do with no money. So going into it and giving this guy the money he needs and creating a movie, I'm excited about it. But so you can just see what we're doing through that and through Crypto Rejects and partnering with everybody. And then we're also, validators for Poo Chain. You can see the moves we're making are all ways to create our own revenue streams in order to benefit holders. Because again, more than half of these revenue streams are coming in to the X Club for buybacks, and the money's going straight to our investors. So it's a unique thing that we're doing. I think there's only like 5.6% left on Pancake Swap. I mean, we're super close to really blowing up, man. And it's slow. It's been a journey, all the way up, all the way down. Again, I think we're one of the only projects out there that can say, I believe 100%, or I'll say 95% of our holders are in the green, even if they bought at the top. Nobody else can say that. Again, if you bought one Bitcoin when it was at 40,000, you still got one Bitcoin. It's only worth 16. They did nothing to help you out. We, on the way down from our all-time high, we have done 4 airdrops. You've got Ethereum. We've created an NFT project. We've done staking so you can earn 20%. We've locked our tokens to create a safe. We've done everything. You look at Shiba, and I can't hate on Shiba. Obviously, it's a successful project, but if you bought at the top, you still have tokens. They're just worth less. And they even had the I'm trying to think of a nice word to say it, the audacity to ask you to burn your tokens. Dude, when Shiba started telling people to burn their own tokens, I walked away. And again, that's not saying it's a bad project. I look at that as, every project will plateau. Every project will dip a lot. It's what is that project doing for you while it's going? Are you still benefiting? And I think that when you get into Project X, you're benefiting at all times, and especially if Poo Chain continues to go up, that wallet will grow. I can't promise the world to everybody, but I can control what I can control, and we're going to do our best to continue to push, man.
Absolutely. Love that. And I just want to thank you guys for coming on. Tony and Jason, thanks for popping in. We appreciate the support. And this is what we do. We do Twitter Spaces, and actually we have a Twitter Space tomorrow with Crypto Rejects. So 9 p.m. tomorrow on Twitter.
Yes, we do. Or would that be 8 p.m. for me? 9 p.m. EST?
9 p.m. EST. Yep.
Ooh,
so
awesome.
Make sure that everyone hops in. But yeah, we bring good projects to, bring more awareness to them. And I think Project X is a pretty solid project. Definitely check them out, do your own research. And hell, I own some of your NFTs. So
I think with some more of that information I might drop tomorrow, we just might need to make everyone listening sign an NDA.
There you go. There you go.
I might actually go ahead and I'm going to message the person, assuming all the papers sign and everything's good with that. I might actually invite that person, a part of the future of this project on, and let him also share some of those great things that are, they're so close. Christmas came early. That's all I'm going to say.
Awesome. Well, anyway, guys, it's been almost 2 hours. We're going to call it a night. I appreciate both of you and Jason. He's not here anymore, but for coming in and joining and sharing all about Crypto Rejects, all about Project X and what is coming for both. So awesome, guys. I appreciate it so much.